Good morning from Eastern California. We are very close to Death Valley. Mount Whitney is actually right over there. We can see it to my right, which is the tallest peak in the lower contiguous U.S. So we're right here in this neat little geographic area. And we've been camping in this spot for the last 2 nights. We kind of took the day off yesterday, just stayed here. I got some editing done. Everybody else got some work done, and we just chilled, followed the Rebelle Rally. Yesterday was the first day of the first official day of the rally. And I got to brag on my girls.
And what's your strategy today? You going for it? Oh yeah, going for it. All X's, all blacks.
All the technical.
All the technical. I like the confidence coming out of Grit and Grace. I won't hold you. Okay. See you soon.
Thank you.
Kara and Danielle killed it. Came in 3rd place after the first day, tied for 3rd on the first day. They have trained their butts off this year, and it seems to be paying off.
I think the story really is about Kara and Danielle, rookies.
Absolutely.
Tied for 3rd.
Absolutely. That's
And
amazing.
Smiling and having a blast the whole time.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, obviously, and as Emily was saying earlier, it's the result of training.
They are off officially on day 2, and so we are going to move into Nevada today. The Rebelle has been camped at one spot for the last 3 nights, and they are moving locations today. So we are actually going to go into the location that they were and experience some of the areas that they drove around in. The things we saw from the Rebelle Rally footage was just incredible, and we're going to go experience that for ourselves. The plan is tonight we're going to camp on the edge of a massive crater, which should be pretty cool. But that's the plan today. Continuing on, I've got this loaner from 4-Wheel Campers, and so far it has done really well. I'm not sure what type of terrain we'll get into today, if I'll push its limits at all, but it's been a pretty fun rig to be driving around with, and it's been awesome to camp out of. Hope you enjoy this one. I am pumped about today, so thanks for joining along. Our drive out of here is quite beautiful. Definitely seeing views that didn't get to see yesterday going in. I know I've said this a bunch, but never be afraid of an out and back trail, because the views coming out are completely different than the views going in. So it's like driving 2 different trails. We drove by this yesterday, but check out this old mine. This is cool. It's weird seeing an old mine in a flat area like this. They're normally tucked into the mountains. I'm really winded because I just climbed up that. That was real steep. This is cool. I love finding stuff like this. Great little place to camp here too. Check out that campsite over there. All right, well, we're basically back on pavement, and time to head to Nevada. Rob was recording this with his GoPro, but the audio didn't record. But Craig suffered a blowout on the highway, and we all rallied together and got it changed in record time. Well, that was fun. It's nerve-wracking doing this, following the Nomad Rally thing as a husband, because stuff happens and you don't have a clue what's going on. Karen and Danielle, after a stellar day yesterday, are not having the best day today. They've missed a checkpoint. They've got a penalty for some reason that I don't know. I assume they needed affirmation of where they were on the trail, and so they clicked their tracker to get their location, which does incur a 10-point penalty. But the second half of the day is going really, really well. So hoping that as rookies, if they finish in the top 10 today, they'll be doing really, really good still. Even though, I mean, they were tied for third after day one, there's still 7 days left 6 days left, and top 10 for a rookie team is stellar, and still the top rookie. So that's the main thing they're going for. But it drives me crazy not being able to know what's going on. Like, why were you lost? What happened at this checkpoint? Why did you miss this one? How are you doing? I imagine there's been tears multiple times today. So especially after getting that penalty, I know there were tears involved then, beating themselves up. So I know it's more nerve-wracking for them than it is for me. I just don't like the unknown. That's my biggest frustration, is not knowing what's going on with my wife. But anyway, we just stopped to change that flat and about to get back on the road. So that big white thing, that white tower out there, is surrounded by mirrors pointing at the top of it that has some sort of salt something in there that generates power.
Saying that it kills birds?
And we're gonna go out there and check it out. Well, we're almost there, but things in the desert are a lot farther away than you think they are. 640-foot tower, 1.75 miles in diameter. Holy cow. Wow. 100% sunlight. 10 hours of full load electricity after dark.
Ring the doorbell. We'll check into the
1,600 acres of land. Dang.
Yeah, see what
We think that it's not currently on. All the mirrors are pointing straight up, and there's no light hitting the tower. So liquid salt is pumped up into the tower. The mirror's heated up, comes back down. It creates, it's basically a big fancy steam generator, is what it is. Water's pumped in here, steam powers the generator. 1,050 degrees. That's crazy. Well, that was different. We did push the button on the call box and found out that it's not currently active because it's under maintenance. Don't know what that means. Got some dude out there with some Windex cleaning the mirrors, cleaning all the bird poop off. Although I have heard that if birds do fly through there, they pretty much get fried because of the intense heat from the mirrors. So maybe birds don't poop on it. I don't know. Maybe they had a fuse blow. But interesting nonetheless. I don't know if I have been to a place quite as desolate as Nevada.
This is where you set cruise control and you can't go to sleep for half an hour.
True. I mean, this is just straight. But there is nothing bigger than a 12-inch shrub out here. Not even a cactus, like in the Sonoran Desert. It's just barren. I mean, look at that. I could take a nap. If I had a vehicle with lane departure stuff, I could take a nap right now. It's taken us a lot longer to get here than I thought with the flat, and we left camp later today than I thought we would. We did stop for lunch and had some pizza, and the service there was stupid slow. So, looking forward to tomorrow, where we go run a lot of the trails that the girls did yesterday. So we'll do that tomorrow. All right, we've made it to dirt. It is very washboardy, but not bad. But it is very, very dusty. Well, we are flying down this road. I'm doing 50 miles an hour down this road to try to get to camp before the live happens. Looks like Karen Danielle will finish in the top 10, which is fantastic. We'll know here in a little bit. Well, this is where their checkpoint was, and there's a crater. That's a big crater. Well, we made it to a pretty nice little camp. I think this will work well. Let's go check out this hole, then we'll get set up for the live stream. We've got 10 minutes. Yeah, that's a big hole. That's a real big hole. I don't know if this is a volcanic crater. I assume this is a volcanic crater. Here comes Brad. He's still struggling with some engine issues, some cylinder misfires, so he picked up a few more hopeful things in Tonopah. Oh, he's moving along there pretty good. Here we go. All right, well, today, Karen and Danielle had, I only hope that they do some sort of interview with them, especially since they bragged on them so much this morning. I wish they would take the time to follow up with them since I didn't talk to them this morning. So, we'll see.
Could I travel out west to train with Holly and Laura? That's what I obsessed about.
I obsessed over not comparing myself with everybody else here because there's some amazing women. So I don't look. So now every day is a great day.
Ooh. Do we have any clue what it was where we camped the last 2 nights?
Got a nice view of the crater from here. That should be really nice in the morning. Well, the live wasn't bad. Got some more good shots of at least the Jeep in there, some confession stuff at the end, so that was kind of cool. Good seeing them, good seeing their faces and hearing their voices. We just learned that it is supposed to be like 34 degrees for a low tonight. I thought it might be quite a bit warmer here because we're at a decent amount of lower elevation here than we have been the last couple nights. But apparently it's going to be even colder. So I'm glad this thing has a heater that works really well. But I can't wait to see what this looks like in the morning. And can't wait to run the trails in the morning too. I got to figure out what I'm having for dinner. Check it out. There is a comet. That is so freaking cool. I can see it much better on the camera than I can with the naked eye too. That is wild. That is way cool. Honking at each other like assholes. Every morning we gather in Rob's four-wheel camper to watch the morning live, which out here happens at 6:45 a.m., which is ridiculously early.
It's $10 million American dollars.
Wow, that's great. And that gets more people out to enjoy the trail, and then also educates the people who are current users on how they could behave a little differently and make a big impact.
Exactly.
It's just so cool to have folks that are involved in the suspensions that are on a lot of these vehicles.
There's a big crater. I kind of want to hike down in there, but I also don't want to hike back out. So there's that. But we should have our own very fun day today, going and checking out areas where the girls have been the last couple days. Super pumped about that. I don't know what time we're going to get out of here. I think Craig's plan is to go to Vegas today and back. Don't know if we're going to camp back here tonight or change camps. There's a lot I don't know right now, but whatever it is, I'm looking forward to it. All right, we're off. It's a little bit later in the day. Brett had to do a little bit more work on his truck. Hopefully it is fixed now. And I'm excited. We're going to see what we can find. Driving through these vast open prairies with all the dust is just beautiful. I am finding it pretty cool to be driving the same trails and roads that Kara did just 2 days ago. Seeing the things that she saw on the rally. My question is, were they able to soak it in? Or were they, heads down, hunting checkpoints? Or were they able to just sit here and wow? This is pretty freaking incredible. It's not often you get to experience just wide open, vast expanses like this. Man, just gotta let that soak in and marinate, and it's awesome. This, I think, more than any other place I've ever been, feels like I've just been transported back in time to the Wild West. My horse is a little nicer though, and there's roads, but this just makes you feel like.
Davis got 3 out of 7, and Rasa and Leeway got 4 out of 7. That's the one where Kara and Danielle got full points, the full 7.
Yes! Kara and Danielle are killing it today. Proud of them. Especially since they had a rough day yesterday. So, but gosh, I just feel like I don't know, riding on horseback, chasing a stagecoach, hunting outlaws, surveying I don't know, but it just feels like I've been transported back in time. This is so cool. for all my viewers who live in the South or live in a humid area, if you come out here, bring tons of Carmex or chapstick or lip balm or something, because it's real dry. We're gonna need lots of it, because your lips get dry real fast, your face gets dry, your boogers get dry. It's a thing, so come prepared. Well, this road is going to be a good test of how dust-proof the four-wheel camper is. Because when we get to camp tonight, and if dust comes flying out of it, we'll know. So I'm anxious to see how that goes. That dry lake bed in the distance is what we're looking for. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is so cool. I've never driven on a dry lake bed before. This is awesome. This is so cool. I have never been on a dry lake bed before. I guess this is like what the salt flats are like, kind of. But I mean, this stuff is like concrete. Look at that. That is so cool. If it wasn't so early in the day, it'd be kind of cool to camp out here. Maybe I should have done my route the reverse and we could have ended here. That would have been awesome. Didn't think about that, because I've never been to one before. This is so much fun. We are zipping across the dry lake bed to what was their green checkpoint, which are mandatory, and then we're going to drive out and find their black checkpoint, which was in the middle of the dry lake bed. So that's the plan. We can see their checkpoints because the app keeps them up. Ooh, don't get in that. Well, this right about there is where the actual X checkpoint is. I did line myself up with where Kara parked, which was right about here. So that's pretty cool. I'm in the spot where they were. We all were. But this lake bed is freaking incredible. I mean, it's like a kid out here. You just bomb as fast as you want to. It's so beautiful. So cool. All right, our plan is to get off the lake bed and then head into the mountains. basically over my right shoulder, and go see what they did there. I am so glad we did this. If you've never had the chance to drive an ultra late bed, highly recommend. Highly recommend. I can't imagine doing this the way they did it, with plotting a heading and a distance and driving at that without the GPS. Because it wasn't exactly easy, even with GPS, to get right on that spot. Way cool. Very, way cool. We are now driving up the extraterrestrial highway to our left, over that mountain range, is Area 51. So we have to avoid that spot. But we are going to go into that mountain range right in front of us. I just realized I needed to show you how I've got my camera set up. Being in a vehicle that is not mine, I had to get creative, and Seasucker makes suction cup mounts for cameras, and so that's exactly what these are. They've got tripod heads at the end of the Ram style mounts, and so I got a couple Seasucker mounts and have that GoPro to that one. I went ahead and used that one for my phone holder, and then I've got this clamping arm thing on the handle. So without the Seasuckers, I don't know what I'd be doing, because the little suction cup things that like you get at Best Buy, those don't hold well. These have not moved. So, huge fan of the Seasucker mounts. And once I'm done with these, I can repurpose those to get more creative shots, like on the hood of my Jeep and different places. So, I don't know, may have some new creative angles coming out in future videos, thanks to these mounts. But we've got other Seasucker stuff. They are so good, we use them as Rotopack mounts on Kara's Jeep, and they actually make like bike racks out of them. They're crazy strong. So if you're in the market for something like that, go to Seasucker is the brand. I don't have an affiliate link or anything like that. I just really like them. All right, here we go. Best I can tell, this is best I could piece together. This is the exact route that the girls came through the mountain, but we are traveling in the opposite direction. So we're going to do it backwards. This is real big in this tight space. So Rob's gonna help, and I don't know the sight lines on this thing very good. Very good. The toy. Well, that wasn't so bad. Just had to pick the right line. It's just weird wheeling a vehicle that you're not used to, that's not yours, that's a lot bigger than yours, and then trying to figure out where the corners are. And if I've encountered something like that in my Gladiator, I know exactly where the corners are and can get close to rocks and turn, and I don't need a spotter for that sort of thing. But we got through. To the left, you can see the dry lake bed in the distance.
Yeah.
This is an area called Goblin Knob.
Peek through the rocks.
I definitely wish I had smaller wheels and slightly bigger tires on this thing so I could air down more effectively. With the tire size that I have on 20-inch wheels, airing down on this stuff does not give me confidence as far as busting a sidewall or getting a flat type of thing. So I am still running at street pressure on this setup. It's not too bad, except when I miss a rock in the road and hit it. Wow. Okay, I gotta focus on driving and soaking this in. Well, since Craig is in the nimble little taco, he's been taking off and exploring little side trails looking for a campsite, and found this one right up here with a pretty killer view of the valley below. So we're gonna go ahead and call it and make camp for the night. It is almost 5 o'clock and we've got the Rebelle live stream coming up in 30 minutes, so this is gonna be perfect. Greg, nice find.
Yeah.
This is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
Driving by, seeing it's time to watch the show. And I look over and I'm like, hey, there's a big flat spot on that mine.
I love it. It's a beautiful flat. I think, Craig found it, so he had first dibs. He definitely has the best spot with the best view. His tent opens up out that way, so he's got the window facing this direction. He's got the door facing this direction. Wow. Is that a strategy for your camping spot there, or?
I like to get a good stretch when I get things out of the back. This is no different than the normal situation. See the key? It works perfect.
All right, we got our little viewing area set up. Now just waiting for the live feed to come on. And then after that, it's dinner time. We're camped on top of an old mine. Look at all these core samples. Look at these things. I've never seen anything like that before. That's awesome. Like a heck of a paperweight. Found one of the mining shafts. Wow, I would love to go down in there, but that ladder looks a little sketch. Here's another shaft. Man, that just goes straight down. Holy cow. That's cool. Well, I saw this structure from a distance, and it looked much bigger. I am confused about what... Oh, that's been buried. I was thinking maybe that was like for like a gnome, but that has been deeply buried in the earth. I love just coming out here, walking around, seeing what we can find. So cool. Look at that beautiful screensaver. What a great shot of Boo. I need that photo, please. Well, live show went well. They did promise an interview with Kara and Danielle, so looking forward to that. Man, when that sun goes down, it gets cold. Like real cold. Still got a little bit of lingering light. Beautiful moon up there. Should be full by the end of the week, I think. But now we're all hungry. Time for dinner. And I'm anxious to get the drone footage from today off the drone and see what that looks like. I'm really pumped about that. But yeah, time for dinner. Well, I am happy to report that this thing is incredibly dustproof. No dust got inside this. And I know that because my down jacket here actually fell down from where I had it, and it was laying right by the edge of the door, and there was no dust on it. Myself, however, and my pants, that silt is some crazy fine stuff. I have never experienced anything quite like that. And we'll be giving myself a thorough cleansing tonight. They all took kind of little sponge bath things. This is what Karen and I use. The Clean Freak. So it gets some better light. There we go. The Clean Freak body wipes. There we go. These things are amazing, and they smell really good too. So I told the guys I was just going to keep using this, and let me know if I start stinking. I don't think I will though. I'm not getting all hot and sweaty out here. So, I don't know. We'll see. By the end of the week, before I see Kara, I will definitely shower. I do need to shave, though. I just started to itch. So, but yay, no dust in here. Well, just finished work on last week's video. The first video in this series. And now, exporting it, going to upload it, and go to bed. It was an incredible day. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it and experiencing this day. Hope you at least got a feel for what it's like to be here. I think Nevada is highly underrated. The land here is just bonkers gorgeous. Very desolate, very remote. I mean, Nevada's got more public land per person, or I don't know, something like that, than any other state. So Nevada is very remote, but just so much to offer here. Tomorrow, which will be the next video, I know we're going to complete this trail. And then, honestly, I'm not sure where we're going after that. I know we want to get further south, closer to where the girls are, but not too close. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure where we'll end up tomorrow. So be sure and subscribe and come back next week for that video and to follow along on this adventure. Give the video a like if you would. And if you like what we're doing, you like the content that we're putting out, and want access to special events and special content and all of our GPS data, like this amazing campsite, and the trails that we're running, go to the Patreon link in the description. And for all of our merchandise, go to shopoverlandapparel.com. So I'll be going to bed soon. I'll see you in the morning or for you next week. Bye.